Why do we have to experience heartbreak? Life would be so much easier if we could simply go from one relationship to another, or be single without the heartache. Well, yes. The reality is we actually can do that. How can we do that? We have to be in a place in our minds that we're willing to release the ideas that we set forth about ourselves and others. But the reality is that for most of us, we're not in that fully enlightened state where we can just, flick away the mind and all its ideas. And so that's where the beauty is, and that's where the juice is, because if we don't experience some level of heartache or heartbreak, then oftentimes we don't choose to get the lesson. So there's a reason why you're experiencing that feeling within your body. Number one, to get you back into your heart and to really anchor you in to your body here as a human being, so that you can actually feel your heart. It happened when you fell in love, right? Everything was like, wah, and you fell in love and you felt your heart, you felt your body. And that's why it's so juicy when we're with other people in our lives that love us, because we can feel that. We can feel that feeling. And so when that feeling is gone because that person's left, or we've chosen to break up, it creates this dissonance for us and this feeling of like, I'm alone. When in reality, we're never actually alone. And that love that came from the other person was actually coming from you. They were just a mirror and a reflector to help you experience that. And also to help you experience any perhaps wounds that needed to come forward. Oftentimes it's the wound of separation, right? It's that's everyone's core wound, is being separate from source. Source being God, being the highest level of ourselves in consciousness, being in oneness. It takes lifetimes, oftentimes, for us to get through this process and this ascension, and to be able to get to a place where we can just be in our mind connected, right? Because it's our mind. This is our choice. We've come here on planet Earth to have these experiences, being human, having the relationships, having the big love, and having the big heartache and heartbreak, so that we can experience ourselves, so that we can experience the ideas that we have around love. Love is eternal and it's within us. And so we don't necessarily have to go through the heartache, but we do, because there's juicy lessons to learn. And each person's lessons are different. We know that we get attracted to others oftentimes based on wounds. So whether it's an abandonment wound or whatever we want to call it, or whatever stories we want to narrate, there's oftentimes programs in there based on our upbringing, based on our ancestral lineage, based on all of the things that we put into our soul contract before coming into this lifetime, that we said we wanted to learn about, we wanted to experience, we wanted to have these different emotions come forward. And relationships are the most beautiful, juiciest place for us to learn all of life's lessons. So that's why we're here on Awaken Inner Wisdom, because it's all about our relationships to love and to life in our experience that we chose to have as the co-creator of our life. I so appreciate all the questions that you guys submit each week. I love answering them. I love giving insights. And I do encourage you to apply for the Awaken Inner Wisdom membership. But more importantly, perhaps, is if you haven't done the State of the Heart assessment, please do. There's a link down below, and it's bethbell.me. You can fill out your State of the Heart. The assessment will give you very specific results to which stage of the heart you are in. And also some tips, tools, and techniques will come your way over time in the emails. And we'll learn more about you, and you'll learn more about me, and we can support one another in such a beautiful way. Now, if you're also interested in going deeper in some of the concepts that I talk about, there's great stories, transformational storytelling in angels, herpes, and psychedelics. There's also the Awakening and Healing Handbook, which is filled with a plethora of different tips, tools, techniques. And there's also the psychedelic resource guide. So if you know of someone who may be interested in plant-based medicines, spiritual medicines, and looking for information and insights, it's an incredible guide to help you, the psychedelic resource guide. And also the herpes handbook. So it's obviously about herpes, but it's also about viruses of the mind. So I'd highly encourage you, if you know someone or maybe you meet someone, I know that handbook will give you lots of information that will be very helpful in navigating how to open up difficult conversations around lots of mind viruses, not just herpes. So please don't hesitate to go check that out on bethbell.me. All right. I so appreciate you. Please put comments in the, whether you're on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube. And if you want something a little more private, you can go to bethbell.me/question and enter your question there. All right. Until next week, Sundays, 11:11, I'm wishing you much bliss and love on the journey. Namaste.